Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz's channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Elite controller for the PS4 from Emio. Emio. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me once again at Chaz's channel. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about the Elite PlayStation 4 controller by Emio. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the name of the company, so we're just going to call it Emio. Now, as you see here from first glance, it looks exactly like an Xbox One Elite controller. The only difference is, where that one is made by Microsoft, this one is made by a third party. Now, if you're like me, the first thing that caught your eye about this is that it looks just like that Elite controller by Microsoft. That's why I wanted to pick it up. I figured maybe for a quick second the same company made both. Even though I was pretty sure it wasn't the case, I was correct, but still, this looks really cool. I like accessories, I like extra controllers, I like all that kind of goofy crap that you can get for your system, so I wanted to check it out, give it a try. The price was right, half the price, or probably a little bit more than half price. Retailed about $64.99. Found this in my local BJ's Wholesale Club. I figured, you know, what the hell, let's try it out, see how it works. So for this, we're gonna do a little review and unboxing, see how the games work, see if it's functional, just see if it's an all-around good controller. Let's check it out. All right, let's open this bastard up. As you see here, here's the box, Elite controller. Like I said, looks tremendously like the Xbox One controller. There is a little more description on the back. It's got this nice flap, opens the window here. Gives you a little peek of what you're getting. Now my favorite part, trying to get these damn things out of the box without ruining it. Doing all right so far. Oh, stuff's falling out. Looks like it was stuck in there. Let's see what we got here. All right, so there's the charging cable. Looks like a little, okay. USB, that must be the Bluetooth connection. Instruction manual for easy setup. Now let's take a look at the controller. Hey, you know what? First thing I gotta say right off the bat, this feels really good. It's got a nice heft to it. Not too light, not too heavy. Probably a little bit less than the PlayStation 4 controller, if I had to say. It's a little bit larger. The first thing I do notice, though, it's got this wonderful rubberized gripping right here. It's very fine, but it feels nice. It feels very nice in the hand. It doesn't feel awkward, doesn't feel silly or too smooth. It's a nice, I feel like it's got a nice grip. Here's a directional pad. Good feel to it, nice movement. I don't know if you can hear that, but the buttons are kind of loud. They don't have that nice soft touch that the PlayStation 4 buttons do, especially these share and option buttons at the top here. Touchpad. Knobs. Well, you know, I don't have the, I can't judge how these feel. It definitely goes a good ways, but I don't have the actual knobs on there yet. In the back, take a quick look. Got these switches. These much control where you use the triggers, I'm going to assume. Speaking of the triggers and the bumpers, they actually feel pretty nice. They feel responsive. There's a little indentation here for the crook of your finger. How sensitive those are, won't be able to tell I actually play the game, but hopefully they'll be pretty responsive. But all in all, a pretty well-designed controller. Really impressed on how it feels, honestly. Let's take out the parts here. So this is the little disc that is key to these Elite controllers, I'm assuming, for precise movement. Wonder how this actually goes on. I got to take it apart. Oh, I'll be honest, I was not expecting that. I guess this comes right off. I wonder if you could play it like that. Wasn't that easy to take off. It's magnetized, it looks like, so that's nice. Don't have to worry about it falling off there. It is hefty. It's got some weight to it. It's not something that'll easily come off, so that's good. I like that design. But then, oh, okay, yeah. Don't know how I feel about that. I guess time will tell. I'll leave that on there for now. And I'll take the buttons out here. Okay, so that one came off, and it looks like that's going to slide on right there. And that thing does not want to come out. Oh, You know, I had to use my nail to get that out there. Hope I didn't leave a mark. No, I did a little bit. I guess that's fine. Put that on there. All right, and it looks like for the most part, oh, that feels really good, nice and smooth, nothing sticky. I like that a lot. Got these bumper covers here. Never really use these. I know they're supposed to slip on. I'm just placing them on here for now. I tried these before on my Xbox 360 controller. I didn't really care for them. Found them really cumbersome more than anything. And these are the little pads that go to the back. Well, you know what? They're a little stuck in there. Those are the little pads that go to the back. So I'll set this all up. We'll pop it in, see how it works, and see how responsive it is. All right, so before I get into some actual gameplay with this, I did a little research and found out that my assumptions were wrong on a lot of these buttons, specifically the ones on the back, so I want to show that first because I'm going to try playing with it. These back paddles actually represent the face buttons, the triangle, circle, square, so on and so forth. So that's pretty neat, actually. I like that. I wasn't expecting it. I thought that was going to be for the triggers. Also, these switches here are for the triggers. Like right now I have it on only half. You see when I push it down here, it only goes halfway, where when I turn it off, it'll go all the way down. So I'll be honest, I'm not sure how well that would execute anything, but that still is a nice touch. Again, I don't play first-person shooters competitively or online, so whether this really makes a big deal or not, I'm not the best person to ask. So again, could be a moot point, but this review I am doing as just for an average gamer, someone wants to play every other game with this controller. So with that being said, now we'll get into some gameplay. I'm going to throw a little commentary in on this. The following scene after this gameplay footage that I have here does not reflect the gameplay footage you're seeing now. The original gameplay I had was for Resident Evil and Gauntlet, but both of them got corrupted. So this one I did after I shot everything else. Now, the comments after this reflect the one and only problem I had with this controller, which was the analog diagonals. They worked, but instead of running, in the case of Chris and Resident Evil, if you ever played this, if you hold the analog stick, you're supposed to run if you're holding it all the way. It worked up, down, left, right, but in the diagonals, it would only walk. Same thing with Gauntlet. The character would walk and not run. The more that I use this controller, like when I reshot this footage right here, the more and more it did not work. Like as you see here, for example, I'm trying to move Chris, I'm moving the joystick around, and nothing's happening. And I can assure you that things are linked up properly. It's all matches, it's all coordinated. The controller became less and less responsive. The back pedals are on this controller, so if you see the menu screen pop up, that is me hitting the buttons on the back. And you can't tell from the camera angle, but there were times where moves were happening on their own, and there was definitely a delay. Definitely a half a second, 1 second delay from hitting a button. And it got to a point where the controller was just completely unresponsive altogether. So I highly cannot recommend this. And like I said, the following footage after this gameplay does not reflect the problems I had with this newer, later footage. So I did want to put that in there, that this controller just stopped working altogether. But I'll let this finish out and we'll continue with the rest of the video. Thing's garbage. What else can I say? I was really looking forward to doing a review on this, but as soon as I saw the directional stick wasn't moving, it really took the wind out of my sails. I mean, if something at all in the controller doesn't work, that's that vital, and really, what's the point? It does do some things right. It looks great aesthetically. It looks fantastic. It really feels good with this rubber backing. It's a nice size, nice weight. The magnets that hold the analog sticks and the directional pad are great. They don't come loose. I really like the switches in the back to kind of half push on the triggers. But other than that, everything falls flat. The buttons are a little too loud. the movement doesn't work. Even right now, as you can see, it's kind of getting stuck already, and I've barely used it. And I did check to see if I had a bad controller. This is actually my second controller. I did return the first one and got a second one, and I was still having the same trouble like you saw in the videos. Up, down, left, right, that was all fine, but when I started to go diagonals, nothing worked. It would register, you would see the character walk, but holding it all the way, they weren't running, and I don't know why that is. So I can't recommend this, especially if this is being marketed as an elite controller. Now again, I don't do the online Battlefield. It's not my thing. I'm not all that good at it. That's a young man's game, or a better gamer than me. But if you're doing precision movements and the diagonals alone aren't working, I mean, this is going to lead to a lot of pissed off people. So do not buy that. The PlayStation 4 Elite controller by Emio, just skip it. Spend your money on a different controller, specifically a Sony licensed one. And that is actually the reason why I'm not a big fan of third-party controllers. I don't know how that's screwed up. It's just a mess. It's garbage. Don't get it. Save your money. Buy something else. I hope this video was somewhat helpful for you. I really wish it was a better controller. I did like it. I like the look of it. It caught my eye, but maybe that's what the company was going for. Just, some recognition from another product that's more successful. So either way, thanks for joining me here at Chaz's channel. Hope you had a good time. If you liked this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel. I don't have much going on right now, but I will have a lot more. I keep pumping out videos at a regular basis. So please stick around. I got lots of good stuff coming up. So once again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll see you next time.